Going into Stormflare's Badookie XII junior season, he has to get back for revenge. He hasn't won Heisman, but has been a contender all of his years. With that being said, Stormflare had to make a big decision, and he transferred to Mizzou. And man, when I say his new teammates liked him, they loved him already. Getting off that ball with bad intentions, knocking people on their butt and going to get that ball with bad intentions. As I said, this boy's different. Going into our first game, boom, against FCS East. When I say he rang his bell, I'm talking about rang his clock and got up and said, I'm the man, son. You gonna feel it all night. And on 3rd and 14, I said I wanted him again, but I was a smart team player and absolutely went for the ball instead. Making another tackle on 3rd and 6, Stormflare absolutely hits the quarterback, but he's completing his pass. I can't do it. Boom! I had one quarterback that just kept throwing the ball on me every time I hit him, so I said, you know what? Push, pull. I'm putting an end to all of it. Missing another tackle. Stormflare has to get it together. On 1st and 10, he absolutely goes and get a sack, and it's 24-0, man. We have to come back out intense. Only making a couple tackles. Stormflare has to get it together, so he absolutely missed another one, and he had, look at that quarterback going. And on 2nd and 10, he said, you know what? Get on the ground. I mean, they were absolutely bullying Stormflare at this point. And on 4th and 17, we had a donut, but let them score. We go on to win the game, and Stormflare ends the game off with 4 total tackles. Going into our next game against Toledo, I hit this quarterback so hard he did a split. He was done. He was fried. He would never come back to the game to play football ever again, and it was 4th down, so I was fired up. And on 1st and 10, I hit him with a push-pull, but they will get the 1st down. After I made a big play, I said, we putting this boy to a stop. So I absolutely didn't read my assignment, got pushed inside, and this old lineman absolutely had me, and I was kind of mad. But 2nd and 11, I said, I'm going to get the quarterback, so guess what? You're going to have to block me all game, son. Bam, get on the ground, and guess what? I'm going to go get that sack. No, I didn't. I missed the sack. Come on, man. On 1st and 10, I made another play behind the line of scrimmage, and bam, got almighty. Stormflare was not playing this game. On 3rd and 15, he dropped the interception, man, that was going for 6. Going to the next play, this tackle couldn't block me, and I absolutely went to the quarterback with another tackle, and bam, hit that running back again. Y'all gonna feel me all night. And oh man, a spin move and a sack. That is incredible. Coach said, great game, son. I love having you on my team. On 2nd and 15, I go get another sack and say, hey, let's do this every single play. I mean, Toledo just couldn't get nothing going. Stormflare was catching him behind the line of scrimmage every play, and bam, that quarterback felt me. He's gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, man, I'm kind of hurting. What was hitting me last night? And I'm gonna say Stormflare was, buddy. But Stormflare gets another sack and absolutely breaks the sack record with 7 total sacks in one game. He was absolutely fired up. He gets player of the game with 11 total tackles. We win the game, and he gets 7 sacks. Going into our next game against Indiana, on 3rd down, it's always the down and get off that field. And you know what Stormflare Badookie is gonna do. He's gonna go get that quarterback with bad intentions and hit that running back behind the line of scrimmage as well. And on 3rd and 16, he's trying to get to the quarterback, but he completes the pass for a 1st down. Stormflare absolutely getting double teamed, but guess what? We picked the ball off, so it didn't matter. Bam! Oh man, I caught the quarterback in his chest. And that's absolutely how you lower your shoulder into his sternum and make sure he say, But on 1st and 10, the quarterback, boom, rolls out again. He just doesn't get it. On 1st and 10, I wrap and roll this running back. Those Gator rolls are paying off. Absolutely another sack. I almost took ACL, MCL out, but Stormflare's going insane right now. 1st and 10, club over rip, and hits another sack. 3rd and 12, another club over rip, and bam, he's going insane. Spin move. He's getting double teamed. Bam, still get that quarterback. He's not playing. He's going absolutely insane. 1st and 10, another spin move. He needs to stop spin moving, but he still makes the play. I mean, he's just different. Just look at him go insane. Make the quarterback fumble. We didn't recover the ball, but guess what? On 4th and 17, I hit a dip and rip, came back outside and hit that quarterback. But not only did I break another sack record, I broke my own with 8 total sacks in one game. Stormflare went insane. He gets player of the game with 16 total tackles and 9 sacks. Going into our next game against Arkansas, say, boom, that's how you hit the quarterback and make him lose the ball. And on 1st and 10, that's how you hit the quarterback, but he's completing a pass, man. I think this quarterback might be like Pat Mahomes. But on 2nd and goal, boom, that's how you run through a lineman and go get that quarterback as well. Son, you're not getting that ball away. Tuck it back down before you fumble it. And Stormflare Badookie XII was going insane. On 3rd and goal, oh, we about had an interception. They are getting lucky, but they absolutely kicked 3. And on 1st and 10, he get another sack, throw him to the ground. That was dirty. But on 1st and 10, he get another play behind a boom line of scrimmage. And Stormflare having the number 9, you have to be special. And not only is he just special, but on 1st and 10, his teammate intercepted intercepts the ball, and guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna run with him, not just watch him. He gonna go with him. But we going to win the ball game, and he's game off with 6 total tackles and 2 sacks. Going into our next game against Vanderbilt, this tackle was absolutely strapping Stormflare up, and Stormflare said, I have to do something. On 1st and 10, boom, oh man, just like that, he vanished into thin air. Kapow! But on 2nd and 10, they absolutely complete the pass, and on 3rd and 10, I said, I'm gonna go get a sack, and oh man, my teammate got it from me. But reading this play, I almost had an interception. This season, I'm just dropping everything. Get pancaked and get back up and say, man, I can't stay off the ground tonight. And go get a sack. Stormflare was fired up and shushed the crowd, but guess what, buddy? You only had 2 tackles. Going into our next game against the number 16 Georgia, I'm not gonna lie, they did a flea flicker first play of the game. Who do they think they are? But Stormflare hit a spin move and just trying to get to the quarterback. I'm not gonna lie, they were absolutely clamping Stormflare up. This O-line was kind of good, but on 2nd and 9, boom, vanishes like my socks in the laundry. And woo-wee, Stormflare got fired up. And on 3rd and 15, he tried to intercept this ball, but he had just made the tackle instead. And on 1st and 10, he wanted the quarterback, but guess what? He still got that ball off. But on 1st and 10, he will hit him again behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 10, the quarterback throwing dots. I'm not gonna lie, he sit back in that pocket like Tom Brady, but every time I hit him, he's just throwing it. He's still getting the ball off. But on 3rd and 7, I tried to hit him again, but this time they tried to get in for 6, but they will not. On 4th and 7, they will get the first down. We are just letting them march, but I get the sack and flip him like a pancake. On 4th and go, boom! Well, he kind of got out of that and almost threw a touchdown, but we win the game. He ends the game off with 7 total tackles. Going into our next game against the Florida Gators, boom, man, vanished just like my socks in the laundry. I said that joke again, kid, it's getting old. But I made him fumble the ball and got up, and he was absolutely fired up. Stormflare was not playing. On 3rd and 15, he was trying to come for another sack, but my teammates absolutely rallied to the ball. And on 1st and 10, this quarterback was getting us with the read option. Got too much of a game, but I absolutely clotheslined the running back behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and 3, I wanted that quarterback again. Son, get on the ground. You're my son at the end of the day, buddy. But on 1st and 10, guess what? I will absolutely hit him and wrap and roll him. And on 2nd and 10, guess what? I absolutely shedded that block and made sure I was right in front of your face. Boom! And missed the sack. How could you do so, man? On 1st and 10, I was getting blocked up, but I would not leave that outside containment left wide open. And on 4th and goal, I tried to go inside, and they will absolutely throw a touchdown. We going to win the game. He gets player of the game with 9 total tackles. Going into our next game against those Gamecocks. On 3rd and 3, they threw a screenplay, but I shut it down as soon as it got started. On 4th and 4, why do they keep throwing screenplays? I absolutely disrupted every time. Made a big play in the backfield. And on 2nd and 9, I said I wanted the quarterback, so I stayed relentless and went to go get him. On 3rd and 12, I found the running back behind the line of scrimmage. Oh man, push, pull, and guess what? Made the quarterback do a flip. We going to win the game. He ends the game off with 7 total tackles. Going into our next game against those Tennessee Vols. Bam, man, I hit him like I found the fry at the end of the bag. On 3rd and 10, I absolutely long-armed this QB, but he got the ball off and we rallied to the ball. On 2nd and 9, this running back thought he was going somewhere. He didn't even get a yard. On 3rd and 13, I hit this quarterback so hard he absolutely broke his back. And I hit him again, and I think I'm kind of making his back a little loose. Hey, yo. On 2nd and 18, I hit him again, and guess what? Bam! I'm not going to play with him, and he's going to feel me all night. And on 2nd and 18, I might be the worst thing that he sees in his mirror every time I come through that hole, because he's scared of me. But hitting him again, man, he did a split. We going to win the ball game. He ends the game off for 7 total tackles. On into our next game against Kentucky, I absolutely dropped back in my zone, and I mean, the defense was rallying the ball. They fumbled the ball. Guess what? We will take it 4-6. My teammate was gone. Now my boy, hey, it was a flag on the play. It got called back. So we had to go get another one. I said, I'm going to get a sack, bro. I got you. And on 1st and 10, they absolutely run it right up the middle, but they fumbled the ball again, so we got our ball back. On 1st and 10, I guess what? I rallied that ball. On 3rd and 16, that running back kept running it, and I just kept getting him from behind. Hey, yo, bam, man. I think I made him respect me with that hit right there. And on 2nd and 7, I had a spin move and got the quarterback again. It's nowhere to run. I'm not going to lie. When you step on that field and strap them pads on, I'm not going to lie. Stormflare's coming. We put our pants on the same, buddy, but guess what? I'm just a different type of breed. But going into the next play on 1st and 10, oh man, he did I don't know what he did. He gets player of the game with 8 total tackles. Going into our next game against Ole Miss, I absolutely threw him to the ground and said, eat up, son, because I'm not going to play. After I made that hit, that's like chasing down my grandma for the last piece of pie on Thanksgiving. On 3rd and 4, I absolutely hit him, and man, I was absolutely fired up. Stormflare ran through him and made the tackle. That's dog mentality. But getting pancake, son, that's not dog mentality. But hitting that quarterback again on 2nd and 18, boom, man. Stormflare is not playing with the QB. He goes on to end the game off with 7 total tackles. This right here might be NCAA BAM 25 new hit stick animation, cause oh man, Stormflare Badookie XII is not playing with him. On 1st and 10, he went to get that quarterback and boom, oh man, that's a club over rip, dip and rip, and make sure you get through that hole, but he hit the quarterback a little too hard, and the QB's just soft. They get a rough in the passer, man, come on, ref. But on 3rd and 15, I absolutely got another sack, and on 2nd and 12, that's how you run through an old lineman and go get that QB and say, you're mine. But on 3rd and 20, I threw him to the ground, cause I told you he was soft. Bam, I'm not gonna play with you. Every time, QB, you might as well go ahead, sub out, cause I'm gonna hit you as hard as I can and make sure you say, every time I hit you. Boom, I made him do a front flip. Look at that. Oh man, you might as well quit football. On 3rd and 10, I was absolutely out in my zone, and man, look at that. Look at that athletics. And their coach said, man, I don't know what to do. Fans was like, dang, did we just lose that bad? Yes, you did. And Stormflare gets player of the game with 9 total tackles. With Stormflare Badookie XII making it to the conference championship every single year that he's played college football is a blessing. Even though freshman year, he lost in the national championship. Sophomore year, he won the national championship for Penn State. This year, Missouri will win this conference championship and they will go to that national championship. As you can see, Stormflare Badookie XII was absolutely coming out intense. On 1st and 10, he boomed that quarterback, and I mean, absolutely flipped him like a pancake on Sunday. But as you can see on 1st and 10, absolutely made a hit behind the line of scrimmage and wrapped and rolled him. Stormflare was not playing. That's how you dip and rip and have outside containment and go in and hit that running back and stay fired up. We going to win the conference championship, and it was time to advance to that national championship. We done made it, and there's no looking back now. Making it to that conference championship, Stormflare gets pancaked and thrown on the ground and fell down again. Man, you got it to get it together. You 6'11", 240, and you letting these little kids throw you on the ground and missing tackles like that, Stormflare. You have to do better. So boom, it wasn't a boom, but he made a good tackle in that national championship game and came back around and got a sack on CJ Stroud. Son, you're not going anywhere. Absolutely getting to that quarterback with bad intentions and saying you gonna put the pride aside and go get that quarterback and help the team out. Let's get it. But on 2nd and 6, it was like a missile coming through because he didn't see me. But on 4th and 16, I absolutely made another big play, but then I got pancaked. It's like I'm going back to my old ways and then I'm making a good play, man. Which one is gonna be? But it's gonna be us winning that national championship and him walking off that field sad. That could never be me again. But as you can see, coach will hold up that national championship trophy, and we are champs. We done brought it back. Mizzou, we are back. But we absolutely went insane. We had the #1 defense in the NCAA, but he got rigged off of Heisman once again. He has been #2 and #3 for the past years, and he don't know what to do. Drop in the comments down below, what should he do and what is next for him?